What does it take to get started selling on Walmart? How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. We go over everything related to Walmart WFS and Amazon FBA on this channel. So if it's something you're interested in, definitely subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on a single upload. In this video, we're going to be going through the actual requirements that you would need to get started selling on Walmart. We're going to take a look at the requirements you need to get started if you were looking to sign on with our automation company, but also if you were just looking to get started as an individual seller and getting started on your own. I haven't actually made a video yet that goes through all the different requirements you need before getting started selling on a platform like Walmart. If you're just looking to get started as an individual seller, there's really not much that you need to get started. The really one requirement, and kind of comes hand in hand, is a business and a business bank account to get started. And actually at that, it doesn't even need to be a business bank account. It can be any bank account. I do recommend getting started with a business bank account and separating out the bank account you're going to be using when you're getting started in this venture, just because from an accounting perspective, it's going to be a lot easier down the road if it's completely separated out by bank account. But again, you don't technically need a business bank account, but you're making a business anyway to get started. I recommend setting up a business bank account in addition to that as well, whether that's you're starting with our automation company or you're an individual seller. So that goes both ways. And it can be any type of business. It can be a sole proprietorship. It can be an LLC. It can be an S Corp. That doesn't matter. All you need is a tax identification number, an EIN number. And really all that is there for is just tax purposes. The actual name of your storefront on Walmart or on Amazon, whatever platform you're using, you can always make that different than the actual business name itself. So don't worry about the name of the business. And also, if you were looking to use a pre-existing business you had created, you can use that too. If you're only worried about the name of the business interfering with this, again, you can use a different business name. They're just looking for tax purposes. They need a business that's plugged into there. So if you already have one that you want to use and you're not using it for something else, then you can definitely use it for here. So if you have those things set up, you're able to at least make the Walmart account and get that active on there. Now, to begin to actually start selling, the last step in the equation, you're going to need to figure out where you're going to want to be sourcing that inventory. And with that, you're also going to need that upfront additional capital. So, again, if you're an individual seller, you're going to need less capital than getting started with a company, an automation company like ours. We do charge an upfront service fee to get started, and you're putting up the capital for the inventory. Whereas if you're just an individual seller, you're only needing to put up the capital for the inventory and some extra supplies as well, so you can actually prep those units. And again, you can keep those costs very, very cheap on yourself, by getting a very, very simple printer to print out those labels to actually SKU your products and also put the box labels on. But it's not too expensive for the actual supplies to send in this inventory and the boxes and all those different things. However, you are going to need to also cover the cost of shipping when you're first getting started. So if you're getting started, and I recommend starting in OA or RA, where you're going and you're sourcing either online or in retail stores like Home Depot, Lowe's, different places like that. If you're getting started there, you are going to need a couple $1,000s to at least get the ball rolling. Like I said, some of that to go towards the supplies to get started, but also to actually be purchasing the inventory that you're going to be getting sent in. So again, at some level, you're going to need some amount of capital to get started. It is possible to get started with only a couple of $1,000s. You're probably going to need to be very smart with how you spend that. Obviously, the more capital that you have access to, the easier it is to get started, but it is possible and very doable to get started with only $2,000 or $3,000. And if you're someone that wants to avoid all of that entirely and get started with a company like ourselves, and you have the additional capital to make it complete passive income for yourself rather than taking on essentially another full-time job, which is what you're going to be doing if you're trying to do this at scale. If you wanted to completely avoid all of that, you could definitely sign on with us as an automation company. We'll completely manage your store A through Z. You just put up the capital for the inventory and we share the profit that's made on the store. This way we can't profit unless you're also profiting. If that's something you're interested in, you can definitely book a call down in the link in the description, and we can jump on a 30-minute Zoom call to go through any questions that you have and all the details that actually requires you to get started with us. Other than that, I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.